Welcome to the very first episode of my brand new playlist called Ghost Stories. If you're the type of person who watches scary videos with the lights off and the blanket pulled up just high enough to see but low enough to still breathe, this is your kind of place. We're diving headfirst into the eerie, the unexplained, and the "what was that noise behind me" moments that make history just a little more haunted. And to kick things off, we're not messing around. We're starting with one of the most famously haunted battlefields in American history, Gettysburg. Yes, that Gettysburg. The place where Abraham Lincoln gave his speech and thousands of soldiers gave their lives, and apparently, several ghosts gave up on crossing over and decided to stick around and freak people out for eternity. Now, you might think ghosts prefer abandoned asylums or creepy Victorian mansions, but Gettysburg is basically the Times Square for the afterlife. There are Civil War soldiers still roaming around like they forgot the war ended. Some of them might even be confused about why everyone's got smartphones and why nobody's using a bayonet anymore. In this video, we'll explore the stories behind the hauntings, like the legendary phantom soldier spotted on the battlefield, the mysterious figure in the Sax Covered Bridge, and the woman in white who shows up in photos uninvited, which is very rude by ghost etiquette standards. There are even tales of disembodied screams and ghost horses. Yes, ghost horses, because apparently even the animals had unfinished business. We'll take a spooky stroll through some of the most active haunted spots in Gettysburg, like the Welty House, home to the only civilian killed during the battle, the Daniel Lady Farm, and of course, Devil's Den, which sounds like the kind of place ghosts would go to socialize. So grab your flashlight, your EMF reader, or maybe just your popcorn, and settle in. This is the Ghost of Gettysburg, and you're watching Ghost Stories, where history never dies, and neither do the ghosts. Hit that subscribe button, or a Confederate soldier might whisper in your ear at 3 a.m. You've been warned. Let's do it. Welcome to Screamville. Sax Bridge, tucked away in Gettysburg, stretches over Marsh Creek and carries a whole lot more than just history. It carries legends. The original structure took a beating during a storm in 1996, but thanks to some serious salvaging efforts, it was lovingly rebuilt using much of the original wood. While no cars have crossed it since the 1960s, that hasn't stopped ghost hunters, curious tourists, and the occasional brave soul from wandering its wooden planks in search of something otherworldly. This historic wooden bridge isn't just a charming relic. It's a hotspot for spectral sightings and Civil War lore. Constructed in 1852 by David S. Stoner, Sax Covered Bridge spans 100 feet over Marsh Creek in Adams County, Pennsylvania. During the Battle of Gettysburg in July 1863, both Union and Confederate troops utilized this bridge, making it a silent witness to one of the Civil War's most pivotal moments. It's like the bridge had a front-row seat to history and possibly a few ghostly encores. One of the most chilling tales involves 3 Confederate soldiers who were allegedly hanged from the bridge's beams for desertion or espionage. Visitors have reported seeing apparitions of these soldiers, hearing phantom footsteps, and even feeling unseen hands. But wait, there's more. Some brave souls have reported floating heads, disembodied voices, and the unmistakable scent of cigar smoke wafting through the air. It's as if the spirits are hosting their own paranormal party and everyone's invited, whether you like it or not. Adding to the spectral roster is a ghost named Tennessee, believed to be a runaway slave who met his end near the bridge. Legend has it that Tennessee enjoys a good smoke. Visitors have left lit cigarettes on the bridge only to see them consumed by an unseen presence. Even in recent times, the bridge doesn't disappoint. Tourists have captured eerie photographs, and some have felt sudden drops in temperature, which are classic signs of a ghostly guest. If you're lucky, or unlucky, you might just have your own paranormal encounter to add to the bridge's long list of legends. Recognizing its historical and haunted significance, efforts have been made to preserve the covered bridge. High-tech cameras have been installed to deter vandalism and perhaps catch a ghost or two on film. Located just a few miles from downtown Gettysburg, the bridge is easily accessible and open to pedestrians. Whether you're a history buff, a ghost hunter, or someone who just enjoys a good scare, Sax Covered Bridge offers a unique blend of the past and the paranormal. Devil's Den in Gettysburg is a place where history and hauntings collide. Think of it as the Civil War's version of a haunted house, but with more cannons and fewer jump scares. This rocky outcrop, resembling a giant's discarded Lego set, was the site of intense fighting during the Battle of Gettysburg on July 2, 1863. Over 5,000 soldiers from 9 states clashed here, turning the area into a natural fortress and, unfortunately, a mass grave. During the battle, Confederate forces managed to capture Devil's Den, using its natural cover to their advantage. Union soldiers, however, didn't let it go without a fight, leading to a bloody back and forth that left the area littered with casualties. Some bodies remained unburied for days, and it's said that some were even left in the crevices of the rocks. Given its grim history, it's no surprise that Devil's Den is considered one of the most haunted spots in Gettysburg. Visitors often report malfunctioning cameras and electronic devices, as if the spirits are camera shy or just not fans of modern technology. One of the most famous ghost stories involves a barefoot man in a floppy hat who appears to visitors, offering cryptic advice like "what you're looking for is over there," before vanishing into thin air. It's unclear whether he's a helpful spirit or just enjoys messing with tourists. Another chilling tale is that of the phantom photographer. In 1972, a woman reported that her camera stopped working while taking photos at Devil's Den. A man appeared, told her, "You can't take pictures here," and then disappeared. When she returned to her car, the camera worked perfectly. During the Battle of Gettysburg, and especially at Devil's Den, some early war photographers, most notably Alexander Gardner and his assistants, were known to reposition bodies of fallen soldiers to create more dramatic or symbolic compositions. One of the most infamous examples is Gardner's photograph titled "The Home of a Rebel Sharpshooter." The image shows a Confederate soldier seemingly slain in position behind a rock in Devil's Den. However, evidence strongly suggests the body had been moved approximately 40 yards from where it was originally found. So that "don't take pictures here" energy, it might just come from a few vengeful souls who didn't appreciate being turned into wartime props. Now, imagine being a ghost, stuck between worlds, and every time someone whips out an iPhone for a selfie, you're reminded of the time someone dragged your body uphill for a better camera angle. That'd be enough to make anyone drain a battery or throw a glitch into your GoPro. Another tale the locals have was about a giant serpent that supposedly lived among the massive boulders of Devil's Den. This wasn't your garden variety snake. It was described as being as long as a wagon and was called the Devil by terrified settlers. According to local folklore, the snake would slither between the rocks, startling farmers and their livestock, and sometimes disappear into the cracks and crevices of the landscape. Some said it was a warning sign. Others believed the place was cursed because where else would the devil hang out but his own den, right? The legend of the serpent is likely what gave the area its ominous name, long before the Union and Confederate troops ever clashed there. And let's face it, naming a place Devil's Den because of a ghost snake makes a lot more sense than calling it mildly unpleasant boulder patch. Some Civil War soldiers even reported feeling an eerie unease in the area, as if something ancient and watching lurked in the rocks. So next time you're at Devil's Den and hear something slither behind the rocks, ask yourself, is it a ghost, or is the devil's snake still clocking in for his night shift? The Tilly Pierce House Inn in Gettysburg is a charming bed and breakfast with a rich history and a reputation for being one of the most haunted locations in the area. Built in 1829, the inn was home to Matilda Tilly Pierce, a 15-year-old girl who became an unlikely heroine during the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. Her first-hand account of the battle, documented in her memoir At Gettysburg, or What a Girl Saw and Heard of the Battle, provides a vivid glimpse into the horrors of war and the resilience of those who lived through it. During the battle, the Pierce home served as a makeshift hospital, with Tilly assisting in caring for wounded soldiers. The intense suffering and death that occurred within its walls are believed to have left a lasting imprint, contributing to the inn's haunted reputation. Guests have reported a variety of paranormal experiences, from disembodied voices and footsteps to sightings of apparitions. One of the most commonly reported phenomena is the appearance of a shadowy figure ascending or descending the staircase. Described as a dark silhouette of a man in a long coat or cape, this apparition is believed to be the spirit of a soldier who died in the house. Paranormal investigators have captured unexplained electromagnetic field (EMF) spikes and disembodied voices near the stairs, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Another frequently encountered spirit is that of a woman heard sobbing in one of the upstairs bedrooms. Some believe this is the ghost of Tilly herself, mourning the loss and trauma she witnessed during the battle. Others speculate it could be the mother of a wounded soldier who died in the house, her grief echoing through time. The inn is also known for reports of ghostly children playing in the hallways or staircases, particularly late at night or early in the morning. Guests have heard laughter, running footsteps, and the sound of toys being dropped, only to find no children present. These spirits are thought to be residual energies from the Pierce family or young soldiers who perished during the battle. In addition to these spectral encounters, guests have reported feeling cold spots, being lightly touched or tugged, and even having their blankets moved during the night. Some have awakened to find furniture shifted or heard unexplained noises. Electronic voice phenomena, EVPs, captured at the inn include phrases like, "I'm here, help him, and don't leave me," suggesting the spirits are seeking comfort or assistance. Despite these chilling accounts, the spirits at the Tilly Pierce House Inn are generally considered to be non-threatening. Many believe they are simply lingering souls, seeking solace, or attempting to share their stories. The inn's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for paranormal enthusiasts and history buffs alike, offering a unique blend of historical significance and supernatural intrigue. For those brave enough to spend the night, the Tilly Pierce House Inn offers a chance to connect with the past in a deeply personal way. Whether you're drawn by the history, the hauntings, or a bit of both, a stay at this historic inn promises an unforgettable experience that will leave you with stories to tell, perhaps even a ghost story of your own. The Daniel Lady Farm, where history, hauntings, and hay bales collide in a delightful dance of the past and the paranormal. Nestled just outside Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, this 146-acre farm is a veritable time capsule, offering visitors a chance to step back into the 19th century, complete with all the charm and occasional ghostly whispers you might expect from a site steeped in Civil War lore. Constructed around 1820, the farmhouse began as a humble hearthroom before expanding into the grand abode it is today. Daniel Lady and his wife raised their 7 children here, likely unaware that their home would one day serve as a Confederate field hospital during the Battle of Gettysburg. Talk about unexpected house guests. During the battle in July 1863, the farm was commandeered by Confederate forces under Major General Edward Johnson. It served as a staging area for the attack on Culp's Hill and later transformed into a field hospital. The house treated officers while the barn was reserved for enlisted men. The Lady family, perhaps wisely, evacuated after their home came under Union artillery fire. The aftermath of the battle left indelible marks, literally. Bloodstains from wounded soldiers remain visible in the farmhouse, and initials carved by Confederate soldiers can still be seen in the barn. A fragment of a Union cannonball lodged in a floor joist serves as a stark reminder of the farm's wartime role. Fast forward to the present, and the Daniel Lady Farm is a hub of historical activity. Visitors can partake in guided tours of the house and barn, witnessing firsthand the preserved artifacts and hearing tales of the farm's storied past. For those seeking a more immersive experience, the farm hosts Civil War reenactments, offering a chance to see history come alive minus the actual bloodshed, of course. If you're more into spirits than sabers, the farm doesn't disappoint. It's considered one of Gettysburg's most haunted locations, with reports of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena. Whether it's the residual energy of soldiers who never left or just the creaky floorboards, a visit here might just send a chill down your spine. Throughout the year, the farm hosts a variety of events, from the annual Civil War Relic Show to the Fall Festival and Civil War Christmas House tours. These gatherings blend education and entertainment, ensuring there's something for everyone: history buffs, families, and even those just looking for a good old-fashioned ghost story. The Gettysburg Hotel, where history and hauntings check in together and never quite check out. Nestled in the heart of Lincoln Square, this stately establishment has been serving guests since 1797. Originally known as Scott's Tavern, it has undergone several name changes over the centuries, each adding a new chapter to its storied past. During the Civil War, the hotel played a crucial role as a makeshift hospital. With the Battle of Gettysburg raging nearby, The wounded were brought in droves, and the hotel's halls echoed with the groans of injured soldiers. It's said that the spirits of those who perished still linger, perhaps waiting for room service that never arrived. One of the most famous apparitions is Rachel, a Civil War-era nurse who continues her rounds in the afterlife. Guests have reported seeing her in period clothing, tending to invisible patients, and even rearranging items in their rooms. If your socks go missing, don't blame the housekeeping. Rachel might just be ensuring they're properly folded. Another spectral resident is James Culbertson, a Union soldier who succumbed to his injuries within the hotel walls. His ghost has been spotted wandering the corridors. The ballroom is also a hot spot for paranormal activity. Visitors have reported hearing music from a bygone era and seeing a woman dancing alone. When approached, she vanishes, leaving behind only the fading notes of a ghostly waltz. It's the only dance where cutting in might result in a cold shoulder, literally. Room 311 has gained notoriety as Nurse Rachel's room. Guests brave enough to stay there have experienced flickering lights, unexplained noises, and the feeling of being watched. It's the perfect accommodation for those who enjoy a side of spookiness with their continental breakfast. Despite, or perhaps because of its haunted reputation, the Gettysburg Hotel remains a popular destination for history buffs and ghost hunters alike. Whether you're there to explore Civil War history or to catch a glimpse of the supernatural, the hotel offers a unique blend of the past and the paranormal. So, if you're planning a trip to Gettysburg and don't mind sharing your room with a few long-term and long-deceased guests, the Gettysburg Hotel awaits. Next up is the Jenny Wade House, a place where history and hauntings intertwine like a ghostly waltz. Mary, Virginia, Jenny Wade was a 20-year-old seamstress who found herself in the wrong place at the wrong time during the Battle of Gettysburg. While baking bread for Union soldiers at her sister's house, a stray Confederate bullet pierced 2 doors and struck her, making her the only civilian casualty of the battle. The house where Jenny met her untimely end was a duplex, with her sister's family on one side and the McLean family on the other. It's said that over 150 bullets hit the house during the battle, turning it into Swiss cheese with a tragic filling. When the battle intensified and Jenny was killed, the remaining family members, including her mother and sister, were in the house when it happened. Imagine trying to stay calm postpartum while the house is getting peppered with bullets, and your sister has just become the war's only direct civilian casualty. Brutal. After Jenny was shot, soldiers and civilians worked together to get her body into the basement. A Union soldier named Corporal Johnston Hastings Skelly, Jenny's rumored fiancé, had also been mortally wounded in a separate battle and tragically died without ever knowing Jenny had passed. They really were the Romeo and Juliet of the Civil War, minus the poison and plus a lot of musket fire. Visitors to the Jenny Wade house have reported various paranormal activities, including the scent of freshly baked bread wafting through the air. Jenny's spirit might still be trying to finish that batch of bread. Talk about dedication to one's craft. Some brave souls have experienced phantom touches while touring the house. One visitor recounted feeling 2 fingers poking their back, only to find no one behind them. Perhaps Jenny is just trying to get someone's attention for a taste test. In addition to the aroma of bread, the scent of roses has been noted in the house, believed to be Jenny's favorite perfume. It's as if she's saying, "Welcome to my home, please ignore the bullet holes." The spirits of children are also said to inhabit the house, playing pranks like tugging on visitors' clothes or giggling in empty rooms. It's the kind of daycare where the kids never age and nap time is eternal. A male spirit, possibly a soldier, is known to linger in the house, often accompanied by the smell of cigar smoke. Some guests have even felt phantom embers on their skin. And so the Jenny Wade house stands as a chilling reminder that not all casualties of war wear a uniform. From the lingering scent of baked bread to the echoes of ghostly children laughing in the halls. Right after Jenny was shot, her family and Union soldiers temporarily buried her in the garden behind the house. It wasn't a formal burial, more like a heartbreaking necessity. With bullets flying and chaos all around, they did what they could. Imagine trying to dig a grave while also hoping not to become the next one. A few months after the battle, once things calmed down and people stopped confusing every breeze for a ghost, Jenny was moved and reburied in the cemetery of the German Reformed Church in Gettysburg. This was a more proper resting place, but not her final one. In 1865, 2 years after her death, Jenny was moved one last time to Gettysburg's Evergreen Cemetery, where she still rests today. Her grave is marked by an American flag that flies day and night, an honor typically reserved for military personnel, but granted to Jenny because of her unique and tragic connection to the war. She's also buried near Jack Skelly, her rumored fiancé, which is either very romantic or incredibly awkward depending on how the afterlife is organized. Jenny's story continues to haunt Gettysburg, both literally and emotionally. Whether she's still searching for her lost love, trying to finish her final loaf, or just wondering why strangers keep poking around her parlor with EMF detectors, one thing's for sure. Jenny Wade may have been taken too soon, but she definitely isn't leaving quietly. So, if you ever visit, please be respectful. Located just northwest of Devil's Den in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the triangular field is a serene-looking patch of grass bordered by stone walls. But don't let its peaceful appearance fool you. This field is considered one of the most haunted spots on the Gettysburg battlefield. During the Civil War's battle, this area witnessed intense and brutal combat, leaving behind a legacy of ghostly tales and eerie occurrences. Visitors have reported a range of unexplained phenomena in the triangular field. Many have heard disembodied voices, phantom gunfire, and the distant roll of drums as if the battle is still raging. Some have seen apparitions of soldiers in Civil War attire, only to find no reenactments were scheduled that day. Photographers often find their equipment malfunctioning inexplicably, with cameras refusing to capture images or batteries draining rapidly. One particularly chilling account involves visitors seeing impressions in the grass, resembling bodies crawling across the field, as if reenacting the battle's deadly maneuvers. Others have reported being approached by men in period uniforms who vanish without a trace. These experiences have led many to believe that the spirits of fallen soldiers still linger, unable to find peace. The field's haunted reputation is further cemented by its proximity to other notorious sites like Devil's Den and the Valley of Death, both known for their own ghost stories. The entire area seems to be a hotspot for paranormal activity, attracting ghost hunters and curious visitors alike. Despite the eerie tales, some visitors report feeling a sense of peace in the triangular field, suggesting that not all spirits are restless. However, others leave with an unshakable feeling of being watched or followed, adding to the field's mystique. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the triangular field offers a unique glimpse into the past, where history and legend intertwine. It's a place where the echoes of war still resonate and the line between the living and the dead seems unusually thin. So, if you ever find yourself in Gettysburg, take a walk through the triangular field. Keep your camera ready, if it works, and your senses alert. You might just experience a piece of history reaching out from beyond the grave. And remember, if you hear someone whispering "charge" behind you, it might be best to pick up the pace. Sitting just west of Gettysburg, the Cashtown Inn is a charming red brick bed and breakfast with a history so rich, even the ghosts refuse to check out. Built in 1797 by Peter Mark, who insisted on cash payments only, hence the name, the inn has seen more than its fair share of history and hauntings. Today, it's not just a cozy spot for travelers, but also a hot spot for those seeking a brush with the supernatural. During the Civil War, the inn became a strategic hub for Confederate forces. Generals A.P. Hill, John D. Imboden, and Henry Heth used it as their headquarters during the Gettysburg campaign. The basement transformed into a makeshift field hospital, where countless amputations were performed. Legend has it that the pile of severed limbs grew so high it blocked the basement windows, casting a literal shadow over the inn's history. Fast forward to today, and guests report all sorts of eerie occurrences. From phantom footsteps echoing in empty hallways to doors that open and close on their own, the inn seems to have a life or afterlife of its own. Some visitors have even claimed to see apparitions of Confederate soldiers, perhaps still awaiting orders that never came. One particularly mischievous spirit is said to haunt room 4. Guests have reported loud knocking in the middle of the night only to find no one there. Others have experienced their belongings being moved or even packed up without explanation. It's as if the ghosts are trying to help with checkout, though their methods might leave something to be desired. The inn's haunted reputation caught the attention of the TV show Ghost Hunters, which featured it in an episode aptly titled The Fear Cage. During their investigation, a camera captured a picture frame moving on its own, adding another layer to the inn's spooky lore. Even Hollywood has taken notice. The Cashtown Inn appeared in the 1993 film Gettysburg, and actor Sam Elliott reportedly stayed there during filming. Despite, or perhaps because of its haunted history, the Cashtown Inn continues to welcome guests seeking both comfort and a touch of the paranormal. Whether you're a history buff, a ghost hunter, or just someone looking for a unique place to stay, the inn offers an experience that's anything but ordinary. So, if you ever find yourself near Gettysburg and have a penchant for the paranormal, consider booking a night at the Cashtown Inn. Just be prepared for some unexpected company and maybe pack an extra pair of socks in case the ghosts decide to help you pack. The Farnsworth House Inn in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, is a charming bed and breakfast with a side of spectral roommates. Built in 1810, this historic inn has witnessed the horrors of the Civil War, serving as a Confederate sharpshooter's nest and later as a makeshift hospital. With bullet holes still adorning its walls, the inn stands as a testament to its turbulent past, and perhaps a beacon for the 16 spirits rumored to reside within. One of the most infamous tales involves the tragic death of Jenny Wade, the only civilian casualty of the Battle of Gettysburg. While baking bread for Union soldiers, a stray bullet, allegedly fired from the Farnsworth house, struck and killed her. Though some historians debate the shooter's exact location, the inn embraces the legend, dedicating a room in her memory. Guests often report encounters with various apparitions. Jeremy, an 8-year-old prankster, delights in untying shoes and poking guests. A stern midwife is known to tuck visitors into bed, which is either comforting or creepy, depending on your perspective. Then there's the cranky cook who haunts the kitchen, expressing her displeasure by pulling apron strings and occasionally shoving staff. Talk about a hostile work environment. The Sarah Black room is considered the most haunted, with guests reporting sensations of being watched and hearing lullabies. Some have even captured images of a woman in the window from the street below. If you're looking for a room with a view and a ghostly roommate, this might be your pick. In the attic, the eerie twang of a jaw harp can sometimes be heard, believed to be played by a long-dead soldier. It's the kind of unsolicited concert that makes you wish for noise-canceling headphones, or perhaps an exorcist. Visitors have also reported the scent of cigars wafting through empty rooms and the sensation of being followed by unseen presences. Some brave souls have even felt phantom touches or seen shadowy figures darting around corners. It's like a paranormal amusement park. Thrills, chills, and the occasional ghostly photobomb. For those seeking a first-hand experience, the inn offers ghost tours, complete with candlelit storytelling and the chance to explore the basement's morning theater. Just remember to bring your courage and maybe a nightlight. In summary, the Farnsworth House Inn offers a unique blend of history and hauntings. Whether you're a seasoned ghost hunter or a curious traveler, a stay here promises stories to tell, assuming you make it through the night without being tucked in by a spectral midwife or having your shoes mysteriously untied. Gettysburg National Cemetery, nestled within the hallowed grounds of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, is not only a solemn resting place for thousands of Union soldiers, but also a focal point for tales of lingering spirits and unexplained phenomena. The cemetery was established shortly after the Battle of Gettysburg. The immense loss of life and the hurried burials that followed have contributed to its reputation as one of America's most haunted sites. Visitors and locals alike have reported eerie experiences within the cemetery's confines. Accounts include sightings of spectral figures in Civil War attire, disembodied voices, and the distant sounds of drums and gunfire echoing through the night. These manifestations are often attributed to the restless souls of soldiers who met untimely and violent ends on the battlefield. Some believe that the spirits remain tethered to the site due to unresolved issues or the lack of proper identification and burial. One particularly compelling story involves a visitor who felt an inexplicable chill and heard a raspy sigh upon entering the cemetery, despite it being a warm summer day. Turning around, they found no one there, leading them to believe they had encountered a ghostly presence. Such first-hand experiences have been shared by many, adding to the cemetery's haunted lore. The cemetery is also the final resting place for 979 unknown soldiers, whose identities were lost amidst the chaos of war. The anonymity of these graves is thought to contribute to the spiritual unrest, as these individuals were denied the closure of being remembered by name. This aspect of the cemetery underscores the profound human cost of the conflict and the lingering sorrow that permeates the grounds. In recent years, the cemetery has been featured in various paranormal investigations and television programs, further cementing its status as a hotspot for supernatural occurrences. These explorations often employ modern technology to detect anomalies, capturing unexplained images and sounds that fuel the belief in the cemetery's haunted nature. Despite, or perhaps because of its haunted reputation, Gettysburg National Cemetery remains a place of reflection and reverence. Visitors are encouraged to pay their respects to the fallen and to contemplate the profound impact of the Civil War on the nation's history. The cemetery serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made and the enduring legacy of those who fought and died on its grounds. Whether one believes in ghosts or not, the stories surrounding Gettysburg National Cemetery offer a compelling narrative that intertwines history, tragedy, and the human fascination with the unknown. These tales continue to captivate imaginations, ensuring that the memories of those who rest there are not forgotten. Little Round Top, where history and hauntings collide in a symphony of spectral shenanigans. In the Gettysburg battlefield, this rocky hill isn't just a Civil War landmark. It's a hotspot for ghostly gossip. Little Round Top was the stage for one of the Civil War's most intense clashes. Union forces, including the valiant 20th Maine, held the hill against Confederate assaults. With such a dramatic past, it's no wonder the area is rumored to be a ghostly gathering ground. One of the most talked about tales involves Civil War reenactors filming the movie Gettysburg. They were approached by a Union soldier who handed them musket rounds. Assuming he was part of the production, they thought nothing of it until they realized the ammunition was authentic and dated back to the Civil War. The mysterious soldier vanished, leaving behind questions and some very confused prop masters. Visitors often report hearing phantom footsteps, distant drum beats, and the unmistakable scent of black powder. Some even feel invisible tugs on their clothing. It's as if the spirits are saying, "Hey buddy, your shoelace is untied," or perhaps, "Nice cargo shorts, but they'd look better in blue." Then there's the legend of Gideon, a young Union drummer boy who met his end on Little Round Top. Tourists claim to hear the faint beat of a drum echoing through the trees. If you listen closely, you might catch the rhythm of Yankee Doodle, or perhaps Gideon's own remix. Ghostly Beats, Volume 1863. Not to be outdone, Confederate spirits make their presence known too. The ghost of a soldier named William is said to haunt the hill, appearing in full uniform before vanishing into thin air. Some witnesses report feeling a sudden chill or hearing the distant crack of a musket. It's like a Southern hospitality version of Boo. The hill's haunted reputation isn't limited to soldiers. Some say the rocks themselves are cursed, causing cameras to malfunction and batteries to drain. It's the ghost's way of saying, "No selfies, please. We're on a spectral sabbatical." Despite, or perhaps because of these eerie encounters, Little Round Top remains a popular destination for history buffs and ghost hunters alike. Located right in the heart of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the National Homestead at Gettysburg, more ominously known as the Gettysburg Orphanage, stands as a chilling testament to the town's haunted past. Established in 1866 to care for children orphaned by the Civil War, this seemingly benevolent institution soon garnered a reputation that would make even the bravest ghost hunter think twice before entering. The orphanage's descent into darkness began with the appointment of Rosa J. Carmichael as headmistress. Under her stern rule, discipline took a horrifying turn. Children were subjected to cruel punishments, including confinement in a basement dungeon where they were allegedly shackled to walls and left in isolation for days. It's said that Rosa's idea of a time out involved more chains than a medieval dungeon. Today, the orphanage is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors report hearing disembodied children's laughter, feeling cold spots, and witnessing objects move on their own. Some have even claimed to see the stern apparition of Rosa herself, perhaps still ensuring that no one runs in the halls. The basement dungeon, in particular, is a focal point for ghostly encounters. Tour guides often share tales of guests feeling unseen hands tugging at their clothes, or hearing whispers in the dark. One brave soul even reported being pushed by an invisible force talk about a hands-on history lesson. Adding to the eerie ambiance, toys left in the basement as offerings to the spirits are frequently found in different positions, as if played with by unseen hands. It's the only place where a game of hide-and-seek might involve players from beyond the grave. Despite, or perhaps because of, its haunted history, the Gettysburg Orphanage remains a popular tourist destination. Ghost tours offer visitors a chance to explore the building and hear its chilling tales firsthand. Just remember to bring a flashlight and maybe a spare pair of pants. In the end, the Gettysburg Orphanage serves as a stark reminder that not all scars are visible and some stories refuse to stay buried. Whether you're a history buff, a thrill seeker, or someone who enjoys a good ghost story, this haunted haven offers a spine-tingling experience that's sure to linger, much like its resident spirits. The Welty House in Gettysburg is a historic residence with a rich and eerie past. Built in 1838, this 6-bedroom Victorian brick home played a significant role during the Battle of Gettysburg. Its strategic location made it a focal point during the conflict, and today, it is renowned for its reported paranormal activity. During the battle, Confederate snipers occupied the Welty House, using its vantage points to target Union forces. Meanwhile, the Welty family, including Solomon Welty, sought refuge in the basement as the conflict raged above them. The house was spared from artillery fire due to the presence of civilians, but the trauma of those days left an indelible mark on the property. In the aftermath of the battle, the Welty House became a temporary burial site for both Union and Confederate soldiers. The grounds absorbed the pain and suffering of the wounded and dying, and many believe this has contributed to the home's haunted reputation. Visitors and staff have reported numerous unexplained phenomena within the Welty House. These include disembodied voices, footsteps, and the sounds of battle echoing through the halls. Some have even claimed to see apparitions of soldiers and shadowy figures moving about the property. One of the more notable spirits said to inhabit the Welty House is that of Charlie Toot, a former owner who also built the adjacent Brick House Inn in 1898. Guests have reported seeing his apparition in the Ohio Room, as well as experiencing furniture moving on its own and doors opening and closing without explanation. In addition to its haunted reputation, the Welty House stands as a testament to the resilience of those who lived through one of the most tumultuous periods in American history. Its walls have witnessed the horrors of war and the passage of time, and they continue to captivate and intrigue visitors from around the world. Nestled within the historic landscape of Gettysburg, Spangler's Spring and the adjacent hospital woods stand as silent witnesses to the horrors of the Civil War. These sites, once teeming with soldiers and the chaos of battle, now echo with tales of the supernatural, drawing visitors eager to connect with the past and perhaps encounter a ghost or two. Spangler's Spring, a natural freshwater source, played a pivotal role during the Battle of Gettysburg. Legend has it that soldiers from both the Union and Confederate armies would call temporary truces to drink from its waters. While historians debate the veracity of these accounts, the spring remains a symbol of shared humanity amidst conflict. Adjacent to the spring lies Hospital Woods, an area that served as a field hospital during and after the battle. Here, over 500 tents were erected to treat the wounded, with medical practices that were rudimentary at best. Amputations were common, and the sheer volume of casualties overwhelmed the medical staff. The suffering endured in these woods has left an indelible mark, with many believing that the spirits of those who perished still linger. Visitors to Hospital Woods have reported a range of paranormal phenomena. Disembodied voices, footsteps, and apparitions are among the experiences shared by those who venture into the area. Some recount feelings of unease or being watched, while others claim to have seen ghostly figures moving among the trees. One particularly chilling account involves a nearby residence, where a homeowner reported poltergeist activity. Objects moved on their own, lights flickered, and unexplained noises echoed through the house. The disturbances escalated over time, leading some to believe that spirits from Hospital Woods had extended their reach beyond the battlefield. So, if you find yourself in Gettysburg and feel a sudden chill or hear whispers among the trees, take a moment to reflect. Perhaps it's just the wind, or perhaps it's the lingering presence of those who once walked these grounds, reminding us that history is never truly gone. And that's a wrap on the haunted battlefield of Gettysburg, where the ghosts are loud, the spirits are restless, and apparently, even the dead hate being left on red. If you made it this far without a ghost tapping your shoulder or whispering in your ear congrats, you're one of the lucky ones. Now listen, before you click away to watch cat videos or conspiracy theories about lizard people, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. I stay up late, drink too much coffee, and practically live in haunted history books to bring you these spine-tingling stories. While you're tucked in bed, I'm out here researching ghosts who haven't slept in 160 years. So if you enjoy chills, thrills, and the occasional sarcastic ghost, subscribe, like, and ring that notification bell like it's a seance. Because I don't rest. Even the ghosts are telling me to take a nap. Thanks for watching. And remember, in Gettysburg, every rock has a story, every tree has a ghost, and every historian probably sleeps with a nightlight.